at you guys. This is our little next YouTube video. Want to discuss prepaid phones, the ones I've been using, the ones I will be using, and some relevant information. Seems people have been opting out of plans for possibly a decade now. Me over 5 years, maybe 8 years at least, maybe a decade. I think most people do not like plans because you tend to get locked into a 2-year contract or something. I know when we're younger and we see the latest, greatest phone and stuff, we might want it despite the plan, and the easiest way to afford it is to actually get a plan to pay $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 for iPhone X or whatever it is, for latest, greatest Android phone, whatever it is. They've been progressing pretty fast with features for video. Some having 4K. I don't know how long. I do make YouTube videos. I wanted to buy a camera, and despite not necessarily want to carry a camera around with me, they do make little tripods for iPhones. If I have adequate lighting, I'm going to get adequate footage for YouTube videos. So that's basically the thing. Because the sensor and the lens is so small inside, without adequate lighting, you're going to get a lot of grain. It might not look appropriate for your YouTube video. Okay, so that's easy enough for me to add some lighting. Hopefully it doesn't flicker too much, destroy the video. I have to get different type of LED lighting or something like that. I don't plan to use it very much, but who knows? The phones have progressed that much. I do not like paying top price for a phone. This is an iPhone 5S right here, this one here, and I've had it for approaching 2 years. And recently, months ago, maybe 6 months ago, Apple introduced some software for these phones, and I believe they kind of forced the update on this, or I made a mistake and I updated the software, and they locked me out of my own phone. That was so wrong on so many levels. It's ridiculous. They're dictating to you how you're going to use your phone. They're locking you out, trying to force you to buy a new phone, all kinds of different issues. I mean, I can understand why people are frustrated with Apple. I've been frustrated with Apple with their computers not having fans or liquid cooling for video rendering. I had to actually build a Hackintosh, and now I use just Windows on it right now because the Hackintosh didn't work out that great despite going to Tony 86, whoever it was, getting all the correct information. I mean, the software changes so much, but it was not the same. Things didn't. I got 75-80% what I would have got on an Apple computer with the software working right. I lost programs, different functions on different programs. It just didn't work right. It was better to just go straight up Apple and find different software for my video rendering, whatever it was. I'm using Corel right now for video rendering, the Ultimate 9 or something, whatever it is. So it really took me off by Apple about their not being able to change certain things. People don't like Apple phones. They look the same. A lot of people like Android phones. For a time they were better, cheaper. Gave you your own personalization, able to personalize your phone your way instead of looking all the same. This phone is kind of small. It was actually slippery. I had to put skateboard tape on there. Dropped it a few times, about 4 or 5 times. Don't know if you guys can see down there where it's really beat up. I kind of got that beat up pretty bad. That's just tape adhesive on there. I had tape on this so I can grip it so I wouldn't drop it, and I still dropped it despite with the tape, partially because of the size. Very strong phone. I actually put cheap under $10 delivered glass screen protector on here, and I thought it was hype. And you know what? I cracked that screen protector. The edges looked like shark teeth. They were so raw around here. It looked disgusting, and I thought I cracked the screen. So this weekend I went to go pick up a iPhone 6, better camera, better processor, has iMovie on it for editing videos, uploading them to YouTube. I mean, this could actually be a second viable B camera for certain type of YouTube videos with good lighting, if you have adequate lighting. This, I don't know what I could do with it. I'm sure I could do similar things, but not as good as this one. This one's actually much better. Really ticked off what some of the things Apple does, Sony, Canon, whoever, they do some weird stuff, try to lock you into their stuff and give you a bunch of hype. Exactly why I'm in a Fuji X system now. Limited hype, not the exact same AF as some of the Canon 80s for video, or maybe some of the Sony stuff, but overall functionality much better for what I want, as a per se photographer, being an artist, not being a wedding photographer or something like that. Okay, being I thought this phone was destroyed, I was kind of surprised that invisible glass shield did work, and I think it has a lot to do with the durability of the iPhone also. So that speaks a lot for this phone here. Again, I got durability, I got certain things, but I didn't get what people got when they got Android phone. Okay. Next two phones here, we got my work phone. Not mine. I didn't crack that. This is an outer box. Outer box, OTTER. And sure enough, despite that being on there, screen cracked. This is a work phone. I did not expect this to crack. I was not the one that dropped it. There's few of us that are on call, and one of the guys dropped it, and sure enough, that did it. If this would have had a glass screen protector on here, would it cracked? Probably a hell of a lot less. That's pretty raw. But the outer box don't fit very well when you have any type of screen protector on here. They're made to fit tight. So surprisingly, it didn't do the job I would have hoped it would have did on this phone. I just wanted you guys to see that, okay? It's a larger, heavier phone. That also can contribute. And I'm not even sure what type of phone this is. It says 4G on there. I guess we have to look at my information, go in settings and all that. But whatever it is, it's definitely an Android phone. It did not hold up as well. Okay? Oh. Comax. 9:53 a.m. Okay, we'll leave that one alone. I was working on a job today, so I'm sure we got it. Okay, now this is the phone I bought, and the case is unbelievable. Tech 21 Tactical. I believe you can buy them in different colors. Said to have protection 2 meter drop. I'm like, really? I don't know about that. I guess we might find out the hard way. Okay. Having iMovie on here, I can edit the clips. I can delete, snip the clips, delete certain part of the clips, shorten the clip in the front and the end. I can add audio. I can add titles, all on the phone. That kind of got my attention really fast. I did not expect that. I didn't know about that about the phone when I went to upgrade. I just thought this one was trashed. So, but to my surprise, I can give this away to a family member or emergency. They can use it, so it's good. iPhone held up. As a phone, yes, not bad. Still got my money's worth. Still usable phone. Still held up. Could get an adequate case for it, and it could work a lot better. A case you wouldn't take off that might have a clip on this would probably be the better deal. Unless you're good at keeping it in and out of your pocket with a certain type of case that's not slippery. But this Tech 21 case, I'm impressed. Fits very tight. The phone is very thin. To go in and out of my pocket, so it feels like I have a phone without a case on it. 2 feet, 2 meters, possible protection. Not sure about that one. I wouldn't want to test that. I will be putting a glass screen protector on here because it worked really lovely on here, and I'm hoping it'll work as lovely on here. I don't know, but that's my route I'm going to be going. So as far as plans and prepay, I think you go out paying a lot less for prepay if you can afford to buy a phone outright. You don't have to get a phone this great. I use it for my job. That's the only reason I got the iPhones, because I know the cameras are good. They seem to be rather reliable if Apple doesn't try to screw you with one of the upgrades or slow you down or something else, or Verizon tries to slow you down. But so far, I'm happy enough. I did have a situation with this one. I had to pay $35 to go back to the original software because Apple, and that's common knowledge now. People know about that. I do recommend prepaid, whether it's Apple or Android. Prepaid has limited choices of what kind of phones you can get, and they usually provider specific, whether it be AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, so on and so on. PC Metro might be the cheapest one if I said those letters correctly. Not for me. I don't know what I'm getting there. If I want disposable phones, I might go to Walmart, get something like that. I don't use disposable phones. I use phones for work, and I have to take pictures, I have to take images and stuff like that. And these phones are very durable, and they do the job. They get the job done. I hope you guys put your comments in below on what kind of phone you use, whether you're still using a plan because you want the latest, greatest Apple X, and that's how you can afford it, or you're good to go with prepaid like me. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.